This is You Do Not Know Ball, man. I'm Jay, and today we're here with...
Adric.
X. Your name's X. Come on, man. Yeah, it's a nickname, X.
X.
Man. But yeah, so today we're gonna talk about quarterback Jalen Milroe from Alabama.
Yep.
Alabama University. Yeah, I think like Jalen Milroe is definitely not a first-round quarterback. Possibly like a second or third round. But I think out of this quarterback group, I think he has the most upside of being better than all of them. But you have to take time. You have to take at least 2 to 3 years to develop for him to be good. You have to sit behind like a veteran quarterback.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? In order for him to be good. That's just me.
I hear you. What if you, instead of that, he could be on the field playing?
And like, oh, you talking about like more like as a wildcat quarterback?
Yes.
Or different? I mean, they could use him like that, but
so you get to practice in the field, because NFL and college is different. It's 2 different leagues right there.
Yeah. So I think like
instead of putting him in the back, just watching all the time.
Yeah, I mean for him, I wouldn't put him on the field till he's ready. But I feel like the best thing for him is to sit like at least 2-3 years under like a veteran quarterback. But the problem is, you have to build around his skill set.
Yeah.
If you don't build around his skill set, his talent's going to be wasted.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So he's one of the, I feel like out of all the quarterbacks, he can have the most upside being the best out of all of them. But it just depends on what team he goes to and if they're going to take the time for him to develop and to build around him.
Yeah. What would you rate his arm strength and his pocket presence?
I mean, I would say
his awareness. Yeah.
I would say like if you had to rate him from a quarterback perspective, like his arm strength is definitely good. He's a strong dude. He's built like a running back. So he definitely has arm strength. You know what I mean? He can throw the deep ball pretty well. But I feel like the worst thing for him, he's inconsistent. And if his first read isn't there, he's running.
I feel you.
So it's like, it's one of those things where it's like, it's a tricky thing because it's like, the NFL is going to be much harder.
Yep.
And he ain't going to be able to do that. And it's like, so it's like he really has to go to a team that's going to invest in him. And most NFL teams just don't do that.
Yeah.
So it's like, I feel like him being successful in the NFL is very slim to none. So
he does have the advantage of movement, QB movement. He's
mobile.
He's very mobile. So
yeah.
You give him a plus there. So so he got an arm and he got great movement. So
but you know the number one thing? He's inconsistent on the short to intermediate routes. So that means the routes that count the most for you to get the first down or to keep the ball moving, just to keep the flow of the game moving, he does horrible at that. You know what I mean? And the thing is, when you get to the NFL, all of that backyard football is not going to work. And that's why I feel like he's not going to succeed. It's like he's very tricky. There's a high chance of him not succeeding, but he could be the best. It depends on if you take the time. You know what I'm saying? Because it's like if you're inconsistent on a slant, a 10-yard slant, you know what I'm saying? Or like a 10-yard comeback route. And those are the routes that are easy throws. Like, I could even make that throw. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? And you struggle on that. But then the deep ball, I really wouldn't want you on my team because if I need you to make that throw, it's a less percent chance that you're going to make it. And you could get a lot. And what's going to happen, too, is going to be a lot of 3 and outs. And it's going to give the other team time to score.
Then he can play it in a way where he does more rushing yards.
Then he runs?
He runs so that he can... he probably will not make that first down, but he'll make that 5-yard push. It'll help him out, help the team, and he can then, when the opposing team realizes he keeps running, doing rushing yards, they'll pull up and then leaving his tight ends and wide receivers open.
See, the problem is like you only can respect his run if he can throw the ball. You know what I mean? Because it's like they have defenses that can stop that. And then like that shit is not going to work. You know what I mean? In the NFL. College, yes. NFL, no. You know what I mean? That's why I'm saying like it's almost like this. What's the main purpose of a quarterback?
To be able to throw
the ball.
Yeah.
So the main purpose of a quarterback is to throw. I don't give a damn if you could run around. You ran a 4. He ran a 4.3 in the 40, which is fast as hell for a quarterback.
Yep.
That's almost like Olympic speed. Like he running probably a 10 flat. That's amazing. But it don't mean nothing if you can't throw. The main purpose of a quarterback is to throw, and that's why I feel like he would not succeed in the NFL, because no teams in the NFL are really investing and building around on quarterbacks. You know what I'm saying? So I just honestly think it's just not gonna work. Just because of his skill set.
He does. No, I disagree with that. He has about 2,800 passing yards, and he has about like 16 touches with Alabama, and a record of 9-4. So, this is Texas we're talking about. Very competitive. So it can transfer over to NFL really well. And don't forget.
Nah, see, the numbers don't really mean too much, because it's like a lot of quarterbacks that came out of Alabama never were successful. You know what I mean? Like when you look at Tua, like my team's the Dolphins, he wasn't really good. You look at the only quarterback that was good was Jalen Hurts. He played for the Eagles. But Jalen Milroe, he has a but like I said, Jalen Hurts plays for a stacked team.
Yeah.
Who's going to be lucky to have a situation like Jalen Hurts? You know what I mean? I don't think he's going to be good. Like, despite what it is, he has a strong arm, but he can't throw a 5-yard hitch. He can't throw a 5-yard comeback. He can't throw that slant. He can't throw a 7-8-yard slant. So it's just like when you look at certain things, it's the little things that matter the most that he can't do.
Like I said, I'll go back to this. Once he goes to, he gets picked up by NFL, whichever team it is, they will work with him, right? Go around his.
They might not. Stuff. No. See, the thing is, the problem is, a lot of NFL teams are not going to do that. You get that, and that's the main issue. If they was able to, if like I said, I agree with you, but a lot of teams don't do that. So and they're going to throw him in the wolves and see what he could do, and then build around him a little bit. And if he don't, we could bring somebody else in. And that's the only reason why he won't succeed. That's the only reason why he won't succeed.
Even though he has a very strong arm strength,
You could throw from here. You could throw from here to Texas. You know what I mean? You could throw from Texas to New York. Like, you know what I mean? Like, it don't matter if you can't throw with accuracy. You get what I'm saying? Yeah. It don't matter. It's just like somebody that playing ball. Like, oh, yo, he could shoot. He got a quick release at shooting the ball, but he can't make no shots. Like, he could shoot fast. He got dribble, he got handles and all that. But if it doesn't transition well, all that doesn't mean nothing. You know what I mean? Because he's not accurate. He has no accuracy, and he can't hit a short pass. Yeah, he's more likely not gonna succeed just by the circumstance in the NFL.
For me, I believe he will succeed. He has a chance, potential, the drive. Well, you don't know ball.
Oh yeah, we gonna see. I mean, we gonna see. He got a chance if he go on the right team. But we gonna see, man. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, with his skill, he can't throw passes what high school players could throw. You know what I mean? Like, it's not, and it's simple too. I seen like even the Senior Bowl, he couldn't even complete them short passes. So like I said, you said I don't know ball, but we gonna find out, man. I feel like Jalen Milroe, he's just not a good quarterback for the NFL. Just by how the NFL is, they don't give you no chance. I don't think he's that. I don't think he's gonna make it. I don't even think he might be in the lead, to be honest. He might be a backup. But other than that, I think he might be a good backup, but that's about it. Just how the NFL is built.
All right, man. Peace out.
All right, man. Nah, I'm gonna see you, man.
Yeah.
All right, man.
All right.